I'm going to start with the sign of Aries. The big emphasis for Aries at this time is happening in a couple of different places. Pisces is it's got a lot of some emphasis still going on in there, and of course your own sign of Aries with Chiron down in the first house. I guess the big thing is the fact that Neptune and Mercury is retrograde in Pisces in your 12th house. And Neptune is there in the 12th house. And we recently had that new moon there in the 12th house. And you have Chiron down in your first house in Aries. So that's really affecting a lot of different things. But the other emphasis is also happening around Taurus, where Mars and Uranus now are. And that's in your second house. So you've got emphasis happening on your 12th house, your first house, and your second house. It's really that pretty much that first quadrant. And it's just telling me that a lot of emphasis for you is on you, on yourself, on healing yourself, actually, because Chiron's in the first house, and there is a lot of first house emphasis. The second house with Mars and Uranus there, it's telling me you need to be a little bit cautious, I would say, because you're gonna be a little rash. You're gonna do things quickly and fast when it comes to money and what you possess and what you own and stuff like getting things like your home and cars and possessions. And you might think a little quickly in that area. And my thing is like, don't bet the farm. With Mars in the second house, it does make that an area of interest. So I can see you maybe even gambling or just taking more risks when it comes to money, or just being more interested in money and actively doing things that could bring you more money, because it's Mars. So that's actual activity in that area. But remember, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces. That is your 12th house, and Neptune is there. So there is the possibility of being deceived, of some type of duplicity or anything like that. So, and also just make sure you got all the facts before you make any decisions, especially where it's regarding money. As for that Chiron in that first house area, again, just know that on the 20th, there's going to be a full moon in Libra. And the sun is going to be opposing it in Aries in your first house. So that's going to be a first house, seventh house axis type of seesaw effect going on there. I would be really cautious about my relationships on the 20th if I were you, just because your personality, you're going to be in your power, but your partner might not be feeling that much in their power. And they might be very emotional because it's the full moon. So that's my big warning for you, Aries, for mid-March. Just be aware of that on the 20th. Oh, and by the way, on the 28th of March, Mercury finally goes direct. So you'll start thinking a little bit clearly after the 28th. Okay? All right.